W7 live back from Goodman Diamond. Game 19 of 19. Connor Boyce alongside Ed Rao. We are, I would like to say moments away, but we still got warm-ups and introductions and national anthem and things to do. But the crowd is packed in here, and it is still coming in, Ed, for this D1 championship. A lot, two teams. Some might have thought we maybe see one here, but definitely not the other. We expected Kaukauna to come out of their half of the bracket, and instead it is Milton. Got in the Cinderella story, coming out of the top half of the bracket, upsetting Kaukauna last night, ending the 108-game win streak, and they will take on a Kenosha Bradford squad that I'm sure they wanted to play the best, to beat the best, and they're still going to have to do that in Milton. But maybe a big sigh of relief not seeing Kaukauna walking out of the other dugout tonight.
Well, I think we have to go back a week. And Gary and I have talked about this. After we got done with our show last week, and we all picked Kaukauna because we didn't want to go against, Gary had picked against Kaukauna in our regional finals. And, there was a little bit of back and forth and some good, fun banter. And we went off the air and we were talking, and he's going to check and see if he kept recording. And we got done and we started talking, and you and I were kind of in agreement. I said, I think Milton can beat Kaukauna. I'm not going to go down that road. I don't want to get this. I felt with Gwen Baker in the circle, they had a great opportunity. This is a team that's been knocking on the door of big things for the last 2 seasons, and I really felt like they had a chance to beat Kaukauna. On Gary's point of Kaukauna has had some battles this year, some closer games. But he jumped the gun a little early, so he deserves the credit for picking them to lose because he saw the formula. We got off the air. I said I felt like Milton could. They did. Now, just like in 1980, the 1980 USA hockey team, they beat Russia on a Friday night. And the world was abuzz because these college kids beat these professionals. They had to play on Sunday. They had to play on Sunday against Sweden. They were losing in the third period. And it was real simple. It doesn't mean anything if you lose this game, was the message Herb Brooks gave. Now, this one's a little different. They beat Russia, but that's still going to be talked about in 20 years. But it's going to be on the Kaukauna side of it, unless you can come away with a gold ball saying you beat them and won the gold ball.
No, and we talked, yeah, like you said, when we kind of went off air, we talked about Milton, of all the teams, maybe had the best shot. Obviously, it's easy to say that now after they've won, but we were having those conversations, which is why we're still trying to find the recording. But in one of those X factors that we talked about was, in a tight game, what happens with a crowd? Historically, Kaukauna hadn't traveled down here for the quarterfinals and semifinals very well, just because, hey, we're going to come on Saturday evening, right? And Milton just being down the road here from Goodman Diamond, we're seeing that effect here today. I would say it's very easily 4-1, if not 5-1, in favor of Milton in the bleachers right now.
How about this? In 2022, the census population of Milton was 5660. 5660. Of that 5660, I think 5650 are here. I mean, the whole town has showed up.
And the 10 that aren't here is because there's got to be a fire. There's got to be a fire department, a policeman. They've got to have the water engineer in case they lose power and water or something. But those are the 10 people that aren't here right now for Milton, right?
What a great showing. I mean, this is, and we talked about earlier today how when you get to the bigger seeds, when you get to the bigger divisions, when you get to the higher divisions, the crowds don't usually show up. And in the past, they've been about 80% both sides, never really packed.
Yeah.
And some of that was because of the same shows showing up every year. Wash, rinse, repeat. This year is different. Start on the third base side, Kenosha Bradford. We all picked against them. And it wasn't against anything Kenosha Bradford. Gary and I had both seen Watertown. We really liked Watertown.
Yep.
We had seen Cedarburg. We like Cedarburg. We really didn't see Bradford. I looked at their schedule. I saw some of their losses. We had seen Franklin. They lost to Franklin. So there was some thought process into our pick. Credit to Kenosha Bradford. They're here. They're players. Still a darn good team. They're fans. They're not here. This is an unbelievable opportunity. In comparison to Milton, they're not here.
You're right, like you said, in comparison.
That's what it is. It's not that they're not here. It's just that Milton is here. And you're going to hear that, folks, anytime Milton does anything. Anytime Milton does anything, it's going to be, the decibel level is going to be off the charts.
You guys, before you counterpoint, and I'm with what you're saying, but we have a special guest who's bringing each of us a treat.
Oh, what?
I like treats.
She's gone out of her way, and you're talking, this is a VIP guest. This isn't, this isn't.
Johnny come lately?
She's on her way up with treats for the W17.
Oh, I just had dinner, too, so a treat will be fantastic to wash that down. That nachos and hot dog. Ooh, baby.
You're going to be very surprised when you see who this is.
The steak du jour?
So I think we should stay here.
Do we know this person?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes.
People.
Oh, yes. You definitely know her.
You cover the whole state. Of course he knows them. Don't let
We
Johnny
do.
email.
Well, I mean, hey, we do cover 10.
All of you know it. She's a very well-known person.
Awesome.
In these parts of town. In this part of town.
In the entire state.
In the entire state. Okay. Oh. Wow.
It's a she. Well,
I would dare say women in sports, she's in the upper echelon in the state of Wisconsin.
Interesting.
Heart's beating a little faster.
Getting a little heartbeat there.
So
Gary,
I'm going to put this on. And she's going to be coming soon.
Okay.
So
in the meantime, do you want to chime in? Just give your 2 cents. We've been to Milton. They have welcomed us with open arms.
Jeff Spivak is fantastic, the athletic director.
If you look around, we talked about the line that was behind the scoreboard, that was dominant in red. We've talked about this crowd that has been itching to get in here, how they showed up last night, how they showed up tonight. They're ready. Again, the population is 5660. We said 5650 are here. So, I mean, this crowd is ready to explode, and it's going to be heavy in red.
And the Red Hawk Nation is a proud base. They take a lot of pride in what they do. Ed, you saw the facilities. They've invested in the facilities.
We've seen sunglasses worn during the day.
Right. So I mean, it's
inside for basketball.
Yeah, I've coached a game in that gym. I had to wear sunglasses while coaching.
Teams will be allowed to take the field for the warm-up
you talk to AD. ADs are there for more than just approving requests from knucklehead media people. They set the vision. They set the future of what the organization's going to be. And Jeff Spivak has done that at Milton. And I'm telling you, in all sports, boys and girls, it's a rich history. There's a lot of pride. And right now, Milton softball is in the crosshairs, front and center in the Red Hawk community, and they're out in droves.
I mean, you could just feel the energy.
See these girls
we could feel the energy between the games. This buzz that you hear behind us, if you can get through the music, it's palpable. I mean, you can truly feel it through your body.
There's still people trying to come in right now, and there's not a seat to be had, and we're still 5 minutes away from the teams taking the field for warm-ups.
And yes, I mean, Gwen Baker is a quote-unquote celebrity in softball. She's in the elite in softball in the States, and she knows so many people. But the people in Milton are so proud of her, and they want to just explode. But you know what? It's not just Gwen. Gwen will be the first person to tell you. It's the entire team. This team is poised, and they're going to. I believe. I was worried last night. I'm not worried tonight. I believe they're going to be ready for this moment tonight.
I think a lot of what the buzz is today is, yes, they beat Kakana, but it's not just it's how they beat them. It's how they beat them last night. It was a dire situation. Looked like it was over, and then all of a sudden, I mean, that line drive to right field.
Okay, here she comes.
All right, we'll hold that
Just
thought.
look right here.
Oh,
All right.
Are we gonna get like water dumped on us?
Yeah,
like,
we don't want that.
Like, look at the camera, not at what's behind us.
We had that already. We had Mother Nature dump us.
Maybe that was a. Nope,
Okay.
here she comes. Here she
Okay,
comes.
okay.
Are you guys ready? I want to see your faces when you see who this is.
Oh,
right.
boy. Here we go.
Here she is. It is
Oh
the
my
one.
Look at this.
It is Yvette Healy,
Yo.
the head softball coach for the
bringing us some
University of
snacks.
Wisconsin.
All right.
Look at this. We're hooked up.
Hooking us up.
A little blueberry swirl. We're all right.
Thank
you,
so
Coach.
much.
Love you.
Taking
Go
care of
Badgers
us.
on
Taking
Wisconsin.
care of business. That's for sure. Oh, all
You
right.
didn't sell it too short. I think you did well.
You did well.
What flavors do we have? I got orange, chocolate chip. Ooh.
Union Utopia.
I got a little blueberry swirl.
I like the
Yvette
mix.
Healy,
It does.
When the head women's softball coach for our state university comes and serves us ice cream, that's rare air, boys.
Yeah, that's big time. I like that.
Must be doing something right.
We like food too.
We do
We're
like
big
food.
fans.
If you've ever, if those of you out there, you figured it out. She's a great coach, great
She
person.
is.
I don't know if they have it open to the public, but if they ever did have an open to the public practice, come watch her. It is so smooth, it is so simple and so quiet, and there is so much work getting done, and it's just effortless by the staff, by the players. They're working hard, but it's very smooth, very easy, and you can just see why they love working with her, love playing for her, and just love being around her. And we just got a taste of it, almost literally.
Oh, and a little
You
blueberry
had to
swirl.
use the word literally
And I
there.
hate
I know
literally.
you hate using that.
But I could hear.
Absolutely, it's a perfect fit. And what she's building right now in Madison, to me, it's Connor. It's similar to the template that they build at UWGB. It's let's get a fence or a wall around this state
of
because
Wisconsin.
we
Yep.
have a lot of really good kids. And I talked to Hillary Blomberg last night and said, Hillary, you're going to look back on this in a few years and say, I helped start something. I don't know what this team's going to do while you're here, but you're going to look back and say, I helped set the foundation to make Wisconsin softball what it is.
And while we have Todd Clark in the background, let's take a quick moment. Got to send our thanks to the WIA. Thank you so much to them. They have really hooked us up. We've got primetime seating here.
Doesn't get better than this.
Now,
And yes, I'm critical of the WIA on some things, and everybody knows that. But when it comes
but
to
it's fair critiquing.
well,
It's fair.
But when it comes to event management, when it comes to making the kids feel like superstars, they absolutely nail it every time in every sport. And if you look at their charter, that's a big part of what they do. And they 100% hit it out of the park on championship days. And today and this weekend has been no exception. And Todd Clark does so much work behind the scenes that nobody ever sees.
The email chain that you two were having, he was trying to do everything in his power to help us in a prime spot, and we got it.
Yes.
And he didn't have to do this for
No.
us, but I think all the interaction between the two of you, that's what we'll call it. I think it's starting to pay off. I think he's starting to realize I've been pushing back. Maybe I got to give a little because they are credit to you, credit to Connor. You guys are all over the state. You have seen so many schools throughout the state. I think he's starting to get it.
And maybe
I
I'm
do.
starting to get that, hey, maybe W7 is not the only media outlet and accommodations he has to make in his job. And so I need to pull back some too, like, okay, I don't need to push back on every single thing, so I've stopped doing that. But I do appreciate it. Stephanie Hauser, executive director of the WIAA, they do some things that could be improved, but you still got to give them props for the things they do right, which are many.
Well, I think institutions like that are very hard to change. They don't like change. They don't want to change. They bring in people so that they don't have change, but they are becoming a little more receptive to, because the world's changing so fast.
It's changing much faster than it used to be. I mean, by the time you have a policy in place, it's 6 months old.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and it's gone in a heartbeat. I mean, just look at the social media, how quickly that's turned over. I mean, by the time they voted on things, it was turned over, and it's completely changed.
Yep.
I want to be here. I want to make sure we're still live when Milton takes the field, because I want the world that's listening out there to hear the roar that comes from this crowd.
And it's gonna surround the diamond from first to third, because the Milton crowd had to fill in above the Kenosha Bradford dugout, and there's I would say behind the Kenosha Bradford dugout, it is probably 60, maybe I'd say it's 60% Kenosha Bradford, 40% Milton, and then of course it's 100% Milton behind their dugout. It's phenomenal. And there's people still coming in.
Yep.
You can see behind us, there's people that are going to be standing behind us once everything gets all settled down. But I'm excited for Milton to take the field, because we'll hear the crowd with the roar. We can take a break, and we can get into this into this ice cream here. We're gonna have to find some spoons though.
Yeah, we'll have to do it later.
I think they're over at the condiment station over there.
Gary, maybe you can touch on how far we're talking about how Todd Clark, the WIA, has set us up right behind home plate, giving us this primetime spot to announce these games and bring them live stream. Maybe you could go back to that first year W7 came to state and how different that is.
It's, you know, I felt like I was 12 years old. I mean, I went to state basketball, and, you know, the guy's probably like, leave me alone. I was following around like, well, Todd, where do I sit for this? And he's like, do you see that row right next to the floor? I'm like, yeah. He said, we call that press row. And you're media, so you get to sit anywhere that you want.
And again,
I want to just show people, Connor, what our view is, so they can see. We're not going to show the game, of course,
gotcha.
but I want people to see what our view is. So
Yeah. Well, I was going to try to put it on the Milton fans as their team takes the field here in probably a little less than a minute.
That's a good idea. He's not just a pretty face, folks.
Well, I have a couple ideas. It's just, one a month. The good news is
we just started June.
It's June 8th, and so there goes the one a month.
Bradford, you have 1 minute remaining in your warm-up time.
So again, our first introduction is W7 up here at State. Gary's just walking around with a camera. We had the stick mic. We were trying to do interviews. They were breaking up. We didn't really have we didn't have a spot.
Nothing.
We were sitting in the stands.
We were
dodging the sun.
I didn't think we were
True
important
media
enough to be considered true media.
And here we are.
This weekend we've walked around. I don't want to say like we've owned the place, but we had the rain delay. We're like, hey, everybody's trying to fight for a spot on it here. We're like, well, we can just walk wherever we want, so let's go into the bleachers where it's not raining.
To give an idea how far W7 has come, last night, that final out that Milton got on Kaukauna had nearly 40,000 views.
And that,
that's less than 24 hours ago.
Posted that at 11 midnight when we're walking out of here.
Astounding.
And that was by the next morning when we wake up at 6, 7 o'clock. So
here we
less
go.
than 8 hours, 40,000 views.
We'll be quiet. You listen to the roar.
The Milton Redhawks may take the field for warm-up. The Redhawks are currently 26-2 overall and co-champions of the National
Goosebumps.
with a record of
Stick
12-2.
around. W7, the
take
culmination of 19 games over 3 days. We're going to crown our 5th champion of the day.
We're going to take a quick break, take in some ice cream.
We're going to
be
get into
back.
some ice cream. We'll be back.
At Velocity, our core philosophy is helping kids chase their college and professional dreams. Located just down the road in Howard, Wisconsin, our brand new 16,000 square foot facility includes 11 batting cages, a full softball infield, plyo walls, pitching tunnels, and Rapsodo technology. We offer baseball and softball travel teams, training programs, hitting, pitching, and fielding lessons. Velocity Baseball and Softball is a proud partner of the Green Bay Rockers.
Fix TV. Live content like never before. Switch between multiple live channels with ease. Access anytime, anywhere, with our user-friendly app. Fix TV brings the action right at your fingertips. Download now. Available on all devices.
Injuries can happen at any time, and when they do, head to Ortho ASAP, a faster, less expensive option than urgent care. No appointments are needed, so you can be seen immediately by our specialists. Part of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Pitch on the lid.
Teams, please report to the baselines for introduction.
At Velocity, our core philosophy is helping kids chase their college and professional dreams. Located just down the road in Howard, Wisconsin, our brand new 16,000 square foot facility includes 11 batting cages, a full softball infield, plyo walls, pitching tunnels, and Rapsodo technology. We offer baseball and softball travel teams, training programs, hitting, pitching, and fielding lessons. Velocity Baseball and Softball is a proud partner of the Green Bay Rockers.
The WIAA requires good sportsmanship and education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation you will exhibit positive and respectful behavior.
Let's send it over to
For
Gary
the
for
enjoyment and
today's
respect
starting
of all in
lineups.
attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals
Here
of
are
sportsmanship
today's
is
starting lineups. First for the Red Hawks. Of Milton, 26-2, leading off at second base, Kylie Reed. Hitting second at first base, Ellen Noble. In the 3 spot is the catcher, Kenzie Marquardt. Hitting fourth in center field, Jenna Banache. Hitting fifth in left field, Molly Baker. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, Sophie Mezzera. Hitting seventh, the designated player, Trinity Harris. Hitting 8th in right field, Lyndon Briggs. And hitting 9th is the pitcher, Gwen Baker. Your flex today at third base is Avery Agnew. Reed, Noble, Marquardt. Banache, Molly Baker, Mezzera. Harris, Briggs, Gwen Baker, with Avery Agnew as your flex. Gwen Baker, the starting pitcher for Milton. Now for the Red Devils of Kenosha Bradford, 27 wins and 3 losses. Leading off is the pitcher, Aubrey Strelo. Hitting second in center field, Celia May. Hitting third is the catcher, Angela Parker. In the cleanup spot at first base, Lauren Jeanblank. Hitting fifth at second base, Brooklyn Danielson. Hitting sixth at third base, Mona Duckworth Torres. Hitting 7th, the designated player, Madeline Strelo. Hitting 8th in left field, Kylie Lanhart. And hitting 9th in center field, Morgan Smith. Your flex today in right field is Ella Crowder. Aubrey Strelo, May Parker. Jean Blank, Danielson, Duckworth Torres. Madeline Strelo, Lanhart, Morgan Smith. Your flex is Crowder. Aubrey Strelo is the starting pitcher for Kenosha Bradford. We'll be back. The Hummingbird Apparel first pitch on the way. Championship Saturday concludes. Coming up next, it's Milton and Kenosha Bradford. You're listening to it live on W7 Radio, presented by Velocity.
At Velocity, our core philosophy is helping kids chase their college and professional dreams. Located just down the road in Howard, Wisconsin, our brand new 16,000 square foot facility includes 11 batting cages, a full softball infield, plyo walls, pitching tunnels, and Rapsodo technology. We offer baseball and softball travel teams, training programs, hitting, pitching, and fielding lessons. Velocity Baseball and Softball is a proud partner of the Green Bay Rockers.
Anthem sung, lineups announced, and the Red Devils from Kenosha Bradford have taken the field. You want to know the keys to these two teams? Real simple. In the circle, Aubrey Strelo, .61 ERA. For Milton, Gwen Baker, .57. That's as even and as equal as it gets. I think you're going to see some great pitching, great defense behind their pitchers, and it's going to come down to that first hiccup. As has happened a couple games today, Connor touched on it earlier today, and it's really carried out the message of the day through all of the games. Don't make the mistakes. You have a real good chance to win the game. One other note, looking at the stats on the year, Milton has a grand total of 1 home run. One. Not that Bradford's out there swinging it. They've only have 12. But Milton is a pitching and defense team.
It's a small ball team.
Yeah.
They play a lot of small ball.
Here we go. The 19th game in the culmination of the 2024 season. Kylie Reed stepping into the box. Here we go.
And there is your Hummingbird Apparel first pitch.
Taken inside for a ball. Strelo gets her signed. Reed swings over the top of the drop. And it's 1-1. Most teams go with the cards. Milton goes with the hand signals from the coaches. Strelo's pitch taken high.
I love that.
You like the old school
Oh,
signals?
I like the old school signals.
I went to the cards and I thought it was the greatest thing I ever did. It made things so much easier. You can't miscommunicate. So much nicer. Can't be a miss. Change up. Strike on the corner. It's 2-2. Reed, the junior, hit 389 on the season. 28 hits, scored 32 runs around those 28 hits. 2-2, beat into the ground off Kylie. Gets another crack at it. Kylie had 3 triples on the season. She and Jenna Banache, each with 3 to lead the team. 2-2 from Strelo. Change up, strike 3 called. That's dirty. When you're throwing up around 60 and then you come back with that.
That is,
that's dirty.
First baseman.
It's gonna be tough to.
Ellen Noble.
It's gonna be tough to keep the hands back and not give up on it. Here's Ella Noble. 390 on the season. Strike, a little curve piece.
got the youth kids over here in the crowd leading some, the traditional cheers for Milton. I love it.
Thank you, Mother Nature. Cleared up, and it's beautiful now. Ball high.
Give us this, yeah.
Hold on, Connor. There's that rise. We've seen that twice now where she's throwing that rise, and it's been high. It's been up around the face mask. That's just setting up that changeup, that butterfly that floats. Sorry to cut you
I was
off,
going to say, like you said, thank you, Mother Nature. Give us an opportunity to experience a excellent game here tonight.
There it is. There's the butterfly. Way out in front was Noble. Strelo's in front, 1-2.
You almost just got to commit to the fastball and stay off the other two.
There's beaten to second. Tough play and save. That second hop came up. And it bit Brooklyn Danielson right under the chin. She's describing it right now, and rightfully so. She's just explaining to Morgan Smith, her shortstop counterpart, how it came up on her. And it really knocked her in the jaw. And even if she wanted to go after right away, I think she kind of got stunned. So there's an error. We talked about it. It's going to be the team that makes the fewest. Here's a 3-spot. Sophomore, Kenzie Marcourt. Ball low. One thing you can do on a changeup is run. If you can guess right, you can run on a changeup. Kenzie, sophomore catcher, hit .463.
That's it.
Pop foul. Here's the kicker. She scored 1 run. You know why that is?
Curtis, you're
Yeah,
on.
of course. I was gonna say she hit the run home run. She didn't. No, the lone home run is Sophia Mazzera. 1-1 the count, 1 away. Runner on first. Just underway here in the top of the first. D1 championship game. Strike. Nope. Outside. Just missed. Thought about it. He kind of swung that shoulder to the right and decided not. Milton and Kenosha Bradford. The 2 and the 4. Change. Throw down to first. Back in. That was a strike. And now it's 2-2.
Nice snap throw there from Parker down to first. It was Noble and Marcourt that had kind of got the rally started in both innings last night against Kaukauna. See if they can't do it here tonight.
Shot down the line and just foul. Well, we talked about it in our pregame. Credit to Milton, credit to Bradford. There is not an empty seat in this place. It looks awesome.
No, I think there's people down along the
fences
too.
absolutely, yep. It's awesome. Packed house. 2-2 pitch. Jam job off her foot. Kenzie walking around trying to shake it off. Right on cue, Pfeiffer. Yeah, that hurt. Strelo gets her sign. Crouches and rocks. Ball high. Running it full. See what the call is. 3-2, 1 out. Do you send the runner? Connor, you sending her?
I am.
You got your best hitter in there? I'm sort of on your side. Let's go. She's staying put. Change up, taken high. Ball 4. Oh, little conversation. She's going to get the first. She's going to touch it. We're going to get a courtesy runner. See who they send out there.
Coach is already at the plate making the change. That's going to give Bradford a chance to get together and kind of maybe talk about what they want to do here early on. Big situation here for Milton.
Oh, there's a lot of lettuce covering. There we go. Number, what is that, 17?
17.
Kylie Buchan.
It sounds about right from last night.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Milton Redhawks, catcher Kenzie Marquardt, number 17, Kylie Buchan. Buchan, the courtesy runner at first base for Milton.
2 on, 1 out.
Now
Here at the
batting,
top of the
center
first.
fielder, Jenna Benash.
Jenna Benash, another sophomore. It's a young squad. Swing and a miss. Nice drop ball. Wonder if we put the ball in play, get a bunt down here. See if we get some pressure. Nope, swinging away and fouled it off. 0-2.
Gotta think you gotta try to manufacture something, right? Strelo coming in now 13-0 on the year after the quarterfinal win, but an ERA of .61.
It's less, I mean, it's just silliness.
Yeah.
It's just silly how strong. These two pitchers are so even. Strelo fires 0-2, changeup. Taken high, and she's wondering where that missed. That looked pretty good.
Looked good. I'm going to say it was maybe caught in the strike zone, but remember, it's where it crosses the front of the plate.
1-2.
That's why I always love the frame jobs, because it's way too late.
Foul tip. Looked like she was anticipating a little drop there, and she got a little bit of it. I think the biggest key is when you do get to 2 strikes is putting the ball in play. Force the defense to do something. Either team that can do that is going to help themselves. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got her to swing over the top.
Nasty.
Big strikeout for Strelo. 2 away
Left
now.
fielder, Molly Baker.
Here's Molly Baker. Yet another sophomore, 356 on the season. Good cut at it. Beat it into the ground. Foul, 0-1.
Molly will answer to Maul, Molly, Mo, or Lil Bake.
Little Bake.
I like Lil Bake.
That's right
Lil
up Gary's alley. Yep, perfect. 0-1. Hit up the middle, cut off nicely, and taking the third out by herself, unassisted, is the shortstop, Morgan Smith. After 1/2 inning,
No runs.
Milton strands 2.
1 error and 2
Now it's time
left
to play
on
defense,
base.
and Bradford's
After
coming
1/2
up
inning,
after a half inning. No
Milton
score, and you're
0.
listening to
Bradford
W7
coming up.
live in the D1 championship game in Madison.
At Velocity, our core philosophy is helping kids chase their college and professional dreams. Located just down the road in Howard, Wisconsin, our brand new 16,000 square foot facility includes 11 batting cages, a full softball infield, plyo walls, pitching tunnels, and Rapsodo technology. We offer baseball and softball travel teams, training programs, hitting, pitching, and fielding lessons. Velocity Baseball and Softball is a proud partner of the Green Bay Rockers.
Devils pitcher, Aubrey Strelo.
Here we go. Bottom of the first. Aubrey Strelo to lead it off against Gwen Baker. All away, 1-0. It's so funny, this being the 5th game of the day, Connor, the umpires in their strike zone, the differences. Same pitch, same result.
By the way, a little plug here. If you want to be like Yvette Healy, the head coach of Wisconsin softball, here's what you do. Turn your TV up or turn your TV down, watch the game on TV, and then listen to us on the radio. That's what Yvette did last night.
There's a shot in the left field. Base hit. Strelo starts it off with a base knock.
That all starts with those first 2 pitches. They're right on the edge, the outside corner, not called a strike, so Gwen's got to come a little bit more over the plate. And what does Strelo do? Take it that way in the left center field.
And every umpire's different. They have their, you have to adjust as hitters. And boy, that umpire last game, if Gwen would throw the way she throws, there's a bunt up the first base line, but it's going to trickle foul as Celia May stepping in, trying to move Strelo down to second. 358 on the season for the senior. And yes, that's a great point, Coach. Now, she did bring us ice cream, so she gets a little extra love.
She did.
But she did turn it down and listen to us.
She did.
And by us, I mean you guys, that one's pulled back and it gets by the catcher. So right out of the gate, Bradford in the driver's seat. With a runner on second, nobody out. I would anticipate bunt, and if that fails, bunt. Yeah, she's extra wagging in that bat. Oh, yeah. There's a bunt.
That might have hit her out of the box.
She was out of the box, I
Her
think.
front foot was out of the box.
Yes, she is.
Yep.
She is out.
The batted ball struck the batter in fair territory.
She's got to understand.
Is out.
And I think that's what Coach is saying.
You're sacrificing.
You're sacrificing. You're not trying to get on, yes. But you know what? She's just trying to put the pressure on. It just happened to come back up and get her. Because it was a darn good butt. But that's an out. That's a big out.
Well, here's the other thing, too, Ed. You probably don't know. I mean, she's known for her base running and making things happen. So she's just trying to help her team get on base and see if she can help in any way she can.
Angela Parker rips it foul. Yeah, but she's got to understand in that situation. Runner on second, nobody out. I'm just trying to get the runner to third. We're just trying to play ABC baseball. Live and learn.
Yep.
But then it's Goodman Diamond.
Yeah, a lot of things happen.
What's on stake and a sold-out crowd.
big crowd. Small strike zone early on as that pitch is taken away.
I think we've determined it's going to be a true 17.
Yep. It'll be a little hiccup outside of that, but not too much. Not like it was line to line before.
Right now, he's been pretty consistent.
Yes, he has.
Both ways.
Drop ball, hit foul, and it's 1-2. I will say you could read Baker. She was frustrated with those first two, and then she gives up the single. But she doesn't seem rattled. You can see she's frustrated but not rattled. There is a difference.
Like you said, she's still trying to figure it out here in the first.
1-2. Hit right at Reed at second to throw behind.
Got her! Oh!
Kylie Reed snagging the missile.
Wow.
And a perfect feed to Sophie Mazzara.
In the Bradford first inning.
And Kylie Reed's got to take a deep breath because she's coming out of her skin.
Left on base.
After one complete no score. Buckle up, folks. We got a good one in front of us.
Fix TV. Live content like never before. Switch between multiple live channels with ease. Access anytime, anywhere with our user-friendly app. Fix TV brings the action right at your fingertips. Download now. Available on all devices.
Leading off the second for the Milton Red Hawks, shortstop Sophie Mazzara.
Glad we got a chance to catch her breath after that first inning. A lot happening early on. Here's Sophia Mazzara to lead it off. She'll be followed by Trinity Harris and Lyndon Briggs.
And how often do you see she was part of a great double play at the end of the inning. Here she is leading it off right here.
Yeah, but she didn't have to go against Strelo.
Yeah, you know.
I know. Ball one high. Yeah, I know.
She's got a little extra juice right now and running through those veins.
She's pumping. I think Kylie Reed was going to come out of her skin. She was going bananas. Oh, half swing's going to cost you a whole strike. 1-1.
She looked down at coach, was like, let's pretend that you didn't see that.
She kind of finished her swing as she was looking down at him. 425 on the season for Sophie.
Coach, I swung all the way.
Hey, a little request for you guys. If you're consuming the state tournament the way we've talked about, video on the screen and then audio with us, send me a picture or a quick clip or something. I would love to be able to recognize that and just see how you're taking in the tournament this weekend.
There's another chopper to second. It's the same thing that happened the first one. History repeats itself. Connor, spot on again. It's amazing. You're a part of a big play. You lead off.
Danielson right now just she's letting the ball eat her up.
She's letting the ball come to her.
She's trying to play the long hop, go get it on the short.
Yep. Connor, do you think, and of course you weren't here last time, but Connor, do you think that hit to the knee or lower leg, whatever it was, may be affecting Brooklyn's play at all?
I'm going to say no.
She was pitching, got hit in the lower leg, and had
Bunt
to be
in the
relieved.
air, caught. Mazzara got back, one away. So that was Trinity Harris trying to move down the runner and popped up the bunt. Listen, a lot of teams love the small ball.
Right fielder, Lyndon
They don't go
Briggs.
against this when they're doing their bunting practice. Now, I don't know how often coaches has Gwen Baker pitch to the team, but that's what it would be like, but from the left side, obviously, when you're going against Aubrey Strelo. So just a thought there when we keep saying, oh, here comes a bunt, and not that simple. Ball taken high, 1-0. There's the bunt right in front of the circle. Throw to first, and just keeping the foot on the bag. Nice stretch.
And Ed, I want to just comment on that real quick. I've given a ton of love to Brooklyn Danielson this year, and rightfully so, because she's an amazing player. But I have not given near enough to Aubrey Strelo, who is in her. This isn't a 1 and a 2 pitcher. This is a 1A and a 1B. She is truly an elite pitcher. And Aubrey, I should have been giving you more praise for that, because you are fantastic.
And they've equally split the season. It seems like they've gone every other day.
First pitch taken low, so it appears the strike zone it's a shoebox and not much more. He will call the high strike versus the in and out and down. And Gwen Baker, she knows all about that as she steps into the box. That one's high, 2-0. Gwen on the season, 293, another one. She gets on, she doesn't do any running. Although I find it curious, they both have just one run. You have to wonder if they got the one, and Baker way ahead of the change piece. Woo. Pulled the string. You have to wonder if they just put one so they didn't have 0. I mean, it's a realistic question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't flub with like 10, so we'll just put a, yeah.
2-1. Change up taken low.
And
3-1.
We decided last night that when Gwen makes a big play, a big strikeout, whatever it is, a big hit, she goes by Gwendolina. So she'll prefer Gwendolina after a big play, Mr. Play-by-Play over there.
And she responded to it when we were walking out
She
afterwards.
sure did.
Ball 4 low. A lot of respect there. She's going to go touch first and go grab a quick sip of water in the dugout as they're going to get a courtesy runner. See who they send out there this time.
These are like MLB length courtesy runner changes. Like
Number 5, Olivia Schutz.
Courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher, Gwen Baker. Number 5, Olivia Schutz. Schutz running at first base for the Milton Red Hawks.
There you go, Olivia Schutz.
Now batting, second baseman, Kylie
Schutz, also
Reed.
known as Liv, Liver, Lil Juice, and the Livinator.
Well, if Kylie Reed goes shopping in the gap, she shoots, she scores.
Nice.
There's a shot. Foul. Kylie got a good swing on it.
Of course, Kylie had the game-winning put out last night to secure the win against Kaukauna, and then she had a heck of a play, double play here in the bottom of the first to get out of trouble.
Ball seems to find players. We're going to get asked for a new ball. The outfield grass, I'm sure, is still wet. It's cool here. It's obviously stopped raining. The clouds are all gone. It's a beautiful night here at Goodman Diamond. But the outfield probably still dewy, so anything that skips on that grass could go. Change up, hit to short. Gonna go to first. And good stretch, gets the out. And after an inning and a half, no score here in Madison, the home of the Badgers, in the Division I State Championship Final.
Milton 0, Bradford 0.
In the left field, base hit, Markowitz scores. McCann rips it in the left center. That's gonna roll to the fence. 1 run in. Bickler scores. 3-2 Hamilton. crushed to left and deep and gone. Strike three. Meredith ready, and here is the 3-2 swing and a miss. Strike three, and it's a perfect game. And we're gonna make a deal that we're gonna meet up in Madison. All right.
Bottom of the second is upon us. A lot of action in the first 3 frames. And Brooklyn Danielson right now, I think she needs to just take a deep breath. She's really not doing anything wrong other than being a little apprehensive, getting stuck in between the bounces.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Bradford Red Devils.
Each inning has hit that high chopper toward her. I think you'll see an adjustment, anything coming her way from here on out.
Yeah, one of two things need to happen, right? Either, to me, I think she's either going to move in or she's going to move back.
Sure.
So that high chopper is a little more manageable, or you move in and you take it on the short hop.
And that's that power drop ball. If it was a baseball pitcher, it'd be a sinker, but this is a power drop ball. You get that top spin, and they beat it into the ground. And at Goodman Diamond, this is a true infield, and it's going to give you some big high choppers. Whereas a lot of the community parks, some of the places these schools play at, it hits that dirt and it just stops.
Yeah,
Not
it's
here.
you know,
Not
you're
here.
playing in kitty litter. I mean, they didn't put any diamond dry or anything on this after the rainstorm.
Incredible. Let's give our props there. They did a phenomenal job.
Crazy good. The field crew has been unbelievable.
Just incredible. Every game, the field looks like it's never been touched.
Exactly. Pristine every game.
You had about an 80-minute rain delay, 80 or 90-minute rain delay, and we're starting this game 2 hours, just about 2 hours after its original first pitch time of 6:30. We had first pitch 8:15, and that's with a 2-hour rain delay.
And that's okay.
On Championship Saturday, giving out medals and all games going to full 7.
Lauren Jeanblock takes a ball away. 1-1 now. 466 on the season for the 4-hitter. Senior first baseman. Rips it out of the reach of Reed into right field for a base knock. Boy, that one had some steam behind it.
I think Reed could have got it, but it was on her so fast.
I agree. I agree with you.
That she went to jump, and it was already too late. She had the height to get it. Just
Brooklyn Danielson.
But that's how hard it was hit. And they asked for a new ball, so I'm going to say that outfield is quite dewy. Something to keep an eye on with these outfielders on the move. Showing bunt, pulling back, ripping it off the back net. The butcher block play. And Milton was coming hot.
So for Danielson, another way to settle yourself down, though, is, hey, get a nice base hit here, or if coach asks you to bunt, execute the heck out of the bunt, and now that might help settle you down as well.
Ooh, trying to bunt on a drop. And now she's in the hole, 0-2.
Ed, you asked in pregame about Milton and the culture and what it's like. I can tell you right now, I know Stacy Skemp, the head girls basketball coach at Milton, is watching. She's actually responding on some of our social media stuff, so I know she's all in and cheering on the Lady Redhawks tonight.
Hit to short in the hole. They're going to have to go to first. The throw. Oh, she's safe. Brooklyn Danielson showing off the wheels.
And now Danielson, she's got a smile down there at first, and I think she'll be locked in for the remainder.
And I think you can erase those 2 plays. They didn't score. In
whatever.
the end, they didn't score. And now there are 2 on, nobody out. Big moment in the game already. Mona Duckworth-Torres. Shows bunt, pulls back. Oh, called a strike.
All right, we've moved up from a size 7 to a size 8 on the strike zone. Slowly starting to move up the scale here.
Have to wonder if that one was at her knees. That might have been the call. That's the one we really can't pick up. 0-1 pitch. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's off the catcher's mitt. And The runners move up 60 feet. Second and third, nobody out.
Huge opportunity here for Bradford.
Now the freshman can just relax. Might still see her bunt. That's the second time someone has shown bunt, and it's hit off Marquardt's glove. Now the infield on the corners is way up the middle, about even with the bag, and that's a strike 2 on the corner. The good news for Baker, it's the bottom of the order. 6, 7, 8, 9. Not that you can breathe easy, but you can go at them. Hit the first off the glove. That's going to score 1. Good play by Reed to hustle over and pick it up. Otherwise, 2 would have scored, and there's that relaxation. Torres just bat the ball. A single and a run is in.
Designated player, Madeline Strelo.
Here's Madeline Strelo, the freshman.
I mean, regardless of the air over there by Noble, great job hitting to the right side by Duckworth Torres.
Continuing to show bunt. Nobody at second.
Banache comes in from center field late.
I think you can move the infielders in.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a freshman that looks like a freshman. I don't know how much pop you're going to see, and she shows bunt.
I think she's looking bunt all the way here.
She's a bunt slap, so not going to be a lot of juice. 2-0 the count. Strike at the knees, 2-1. Torres down at second now. Duckworth Torres moves down to second. Catcher's indifference, or as Bob Uecker called it, who cares? She moved down to second. That's the defense they took. As she bunts it foul, now there's 2 strikes, 2-2. And if you're Milton, you just don't want a huge inning. If one more scores max of 2, go with that. You cannot have a 3+ inning.
Isn't that great? Both sides with a dun-dun, pounding the bleachers. Oh, man.
2-2, checks. Now, interesting because it was a half swing, and it was a half, but a lot of times when you get the bunt slap, sometimes they'll call it as a bunt attempt because it's called a soft bunt or a half bunt.
I think as long as those hands don't separate, they're not going to call that out.
Swing and a miss. First out of the inning. So there's a way out of this with only the 1 scoring. There's 1.
Kylie Lenhart.
Here's Kylie Lenhart,
But
another freshman.
I think you're going to have to get them right here, right? You're going to have to get Lenhart and Smith. And you're probably going to have to get at least one of them via the K.
Preferably right here. Bunt. And I'm surprised. It's a true squeeze play. It is get the bunt down, try to beat that run home. It was bunted foul. It's not a safety squeeze where they're throwing to first. Little surprised, but then again, not so much. These guys know what they're doing, and they've done it all season long. And here they are at Goodman Diamond, showing bunt, pulling back, swing and a miss. So Lenhart was showing bunt, and she had her hands about just under where the
taper of the barrel.
The 2-piece bat separates. And that really shortened the bat up, and she swung over the top. 0-2.
Ooh.
Ball away. He has been consistent. He will not give that call.
No, I mean, in all fairness, I mean, Marquardt with the 0-2 count, she set up off the plate, and Baker hit that spot.
Yep.
She set up 2-3 inches off the plate and hit it. So it looks like a strike to the naked eye, but it's not.
Hit the short. They're coming home, and she's going to beat it. And now the runner's going to take second. They're going to let her skip on down. And nothing's changed except the scoreboard.
And Marquardt was pointing the one.
Everybody was pointing to
She
one.
was conceding the run.
Yeah.
Mesera tried to make the play at home.
I think if she fields cleanly and comes up throwing right away, she had a little bit of hesitation. And I think if she comes up with it and immediately throws home, she gets her. But instead, she kind of hesitated and then threw home. Once you hesitate, you got to go to one.
Yep, now you've
Something
opened.
that was real simple. If you don't field it cleanly, you always go to one. If you don't throw it right away, you got to go to one.
And now you've opened yourself up to a potentially big inning.
Which we just said can't happen. There's a bunt to the circle. You got to go to one. Now it's 3-0.
That was a freebie because of the result of the last play.
Correct. I think if they get the out at first last time, you're obviously not going to have this situation.
Yeah.
But they didn't, so they gave up the run, and they made sure to get the out at second.
Pitcher, Aubrey Strelo.
Yeah, I think anytime you can have your 9-batter coming up with runners of that second and third and one out, that's house money for Bradford.
They did their job. That one's hit foul. Everybody at the bottom of the order. A lot of youth there, and they all did their job. Get the bunt down, get the bat on the ball.
Freshman? Who's saying about freshmen?
Yeah, they're not. And that one's hit in the center and falling for a base hit, and it's 4-0. You know what I'm seeing that I haven't, what no one saw last night from Gwen Baker, is she's not moving pitches up, down, in, out. They seem to just be, I think she's been very frustrated with the strike zone, and I think she's letting that affect her. And instead of staying on the corners, I think she's just been like, well, I got to come down the middle.
At first base
And
for the pitcher, Aubrey
Kenosha Bradford's
Strelo,
jumping
number
on it.
15, Robin Lowen. Lowen, the courtesy runner at first base for Bradford. Now batting, center fielder Celia May.
The other thing too is really wasn't until late in both the games, Thursday and Friday, but she's kind of being more deliberate and taking her time between pitches. So I don't know if she's exhausted, maybe just a little.
A lot of pitches in the last 2 days.
Exactly. She said it afterwards. She's like, I've thrown 350 plus pitches. She went on 11. She went 11 the quarterfinal. She went the full 7 against a tough Kakana.
And they're stressful pitches. It's all stress. This isn't the bottom of the conference where you can just go out there and just ease your way through a few innings and then pull yourself or come out for the coach, of course. But
Exactly. You know that. I mean, every batter matters in the last 2 nights.
half swing popped up, coming right back to this fence and dropping. No play.
Did it get up against the rail?
No, it fell. It hit the ground. Did not hit the matting. Did not hit the netting. It came straight down and hit in front of the mat, or hit in front of the pad. It is a foul ball strike.
So a free opportunity here now for Cecilia May.
New life, as they call it. Change up. Haven't seen many of those. 1-2 now. 4 runs second for Bradford. Strike 3 called.
In the
Size 9.
4 runs on
4 runs second.
Runner and one left
And the
on
Red
base.
Devils take the field with a 4-run lead after 2 complete. 4-0 Bradford.
0.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
There you go.
Top of the third, Milton.
Leading off the third for the Milton
Down
Red
4-0.
Hawks. First baseman,
They got
Ella
2, 3, 4
Noble.
coming up. Ella Noble gets it started. And if you're the Red Hawks, you don't need a big inning. You don't need to get 4 all back in one crack. You just need, you'd love to get a number, but you need to just get some base runners and create some havoc.
Oh, they know. They did that last night.
Yeah.
Chip away, one at a time.
Each of the first two innings, they've had their leadoff batter reach. Is that a 4-0 ball low?
We just went from an adult 9 to a youth 7.
1-0. Hit the third, foul. Little delay on the call, but
And Duckworth Torres down there is a freshman.
Yeah,
and just such a tremendous athlete.
yeah, well, she's been right in the middle of everything. But that play right there, I mean, that was right on the third base line. That could have gone either way, but she made it look pretty simple. Jam the other way, and this one stays fair. Step on the bag. One away here in the third. There's Kenzie Marcourt.
I think for Milton here, it's important just not to go quietly. I think you got to maybe get a base runner or two and just still keep the fight and the energy of the crowd in this.
And again, this is not an extra base hitting team. On the season, 45 extra base hits. In comparison, Kenosha had 46 doubles alone. So it gives you an idea. Milton is a pitching defense, and now they're trailing by 4.
And it's tough to play station to station
You're gonna have to get
with
creative.
Strelo in the
Yeah,
circle.
You're going to have to get creative. You're going to have to be a little more aggressive than you maybe like to be.
And I think if you start to play station to station against Strelo, you're then going to have to do it maybe against Danielson for an inning or two, which doesn't get any easier.
Strelo ahead, 0-2. Ball away.
A lot of long looks.
These catchers are holding them, and the pitchers are begging for the calls. Staying consistent. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
So far, that's what it's been. 1-2 pitch to Marcourt. Change up, strike 3.
Struggles with the fastball. Speed's too fast.
Center fielder, Jenna Benash.
Here's Jenna Benash now with 2 down. Milton may have the crowd here, but Bradford's got the noise so far. A little surprised the Milton crowd didn't get a little more involved as they came off the field after giving up the 4 spot. Just trying to pick them up. Didn't really have that. Chop foul, 1-1. Well, we've talked about the riches of the pitching from Bradford. So far, that's what it is. A big 0 in the hits column. Ball low. Two and 1 now. Jenna ahead. Takes the pitch high, 3-1. I mean, they've seen what they've done when they put the ball in play. They've reached twice on error. Pitch. Change up had her out in front. 3-2 now with 2 away. Running out of steam?
No.
All right. Just making
It's
sure.
just the game can sometimes just talk for itself. There's
Yeah.
great atmosphere.
That's right. No, taken low. Jenna was pretty confident that was low. Strelo kind of was looking in a long time. Taken low, so a 2-out runner, and here's Molly Baker.
Right fielder Molly Baker.
You know, just letting the game kind of marinate a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I mean, you got game number 19 of 19. That's a busy 3 days.
16.
That's right. Well, I'm being polite.
Yeah, you know.
Who cares what he has to say?
16 and 19. Still,
It's still in.
still way more than everybody else here but one.
0-1.
Who's that?
Back to
Who's that
back.
crazy?
They doubled up on the change. And Strelo's just got him guessing. Milton is completely off balance.
Gary,
Go ahead, Connor. Go ahead, Connor.
I was going to say, you've probably only done 18 between the innings you missed.
Correct.
That's all right.
I like to disappear from time to time.
Strike 3 called. Change up, change up, change up. And Baker took it. And that'll end the third for the Red Hawks. And after 2.5, 4-0 Bradford. You're watching and listening to W7, presented by Velocity.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls.
Angela Parker to lead it off for Bradford. Still playing with some of the new toys.
Liking them. If this mixer was a Facebook page, I would like it.
If you were with us earlier during the D3 game, when the rains came, it took our motherboard and just decided you're not going to work anymore. So
Well, it was working, just not how it should.
no,
It was.
which means it wasn't working. First pitch to start the inning from Baker taken high. So Gary and Connor quickly ran to the store. Actually, they drove. Although you would have thought Gary ran the way he came back, and he was huffing.
Stop
and
it.
puffing.
He was starstruck. That's what
That's
happened.
what it was.
I got to see Sydney Supple, so I was a little short of breath.
Base hit up the middle. Start the third for the Red Devils of Kenosha Bradford. You know, that was just a good piece of hitting. The first pitch missed high. Got to wonder if Parker thought it's going to be low. If you miss high, you come back low, and you just beat it into the ground up the middle. Just get your barrel to the ball, and she did just that.
Connor, we talked about this weekend. You know, the teams that get in trouble that have had two pitchers have that luxury of switching back and forth. Unfortunately, there's been some games and some teams, just like this Milton team, it's going to be all on Gwen Baker. So if they figure her out, she's going to have to figure out what to do because there's no cavalry coming for Gwen.
Now betting.
No, and she kind of hinted at that. Not about today, but just overall and how much relief she felt when she got the run support last night against Connor. Like, okay, I can maybe make a mistake or two. Now, down 4 and Sailor Timmerman even said it. When you're down, you got to be perfect. And there's a lot of pressure to be perfect.
Good call. 0-1 pitch. Strike on the corner.
And then you spend the first 2+ innings kind of trying to figure out the strike zone. And maybe by the time you figure it out, you're down 4-0. And
yeah, but Strelo hasn't had that problem. That one's
No.
hit to right. Up high, but making the play. Boy, she came running way out of sprint, did Lyndon Briggs. She was on a dead sprint and then had to throw on the brakes and backpedal a little bit. That's the one thing about playing at night here. You got the lights, they're up there, they do a nice job. But you can get above the lights and really lose sight of the ball.
And you got to think about this. And as a coach, you know this. I mean, these kids don't play in a lot of night games because there's not a lot of night games in Wisconsin softball. They're 4:30 in the afternoon.
We did that. Oh, there's a shot to short. Gonna go to one, the throw. Got her.
What
Great
a
hustle
play by
Danielson.
Mez. What a play by Mez, Ed. That's such an athletic move to plant her foot in the dirt like that, rear back and fire her across the diamond. Mez, you're a stud.
And that's the same play with Danielson as last time. This time, got her. To your point, when we built our facility, we had lights. And originally, we weren't going to play under the dark. You know, we weren't going to play at night. And we were told after May 1, we had to schedule the games at night. If you're going to get the lights, you're going to use them. And it made perfect sense.
Right.
And it is a totally different game.
It sure is.
And the outfielders were the ones that said it the most. And that's what we just saw with Briggs. And that's why it's a really nice play by her. And if you think the Wauwatosa community got lights like this, they didn't. But it's still a great facility. Don't you worry.
That
It is beautiful.
That DeWalt battery light on a pole, not as powerful as these?
It's better than that. Don't you worry. But it's not this. It is still beautiful. Duckworth Torres down 1-2. Didn't phase her last time. Change up, strike 3. That's the pitch we needed to see from Gwen in the second inning. And after 3 complete, Bradford 4, Milton nothing. You're watching the D1 championship game.
With your score.
Jolly Good Soda. We put the pop in Wisconsin.
Six, 7, and 8 coming up for Milton. They didn't get that number. Last inning, they gotta find something. I reached out one night. Yeah, they just play the music. They play the hits. Then they go and have their own little conversation. They are having way too much fun with the toy. 1-0 pitch. Sophie takes it high, 2-0. You know, Gary, you've mentioned it about the pitchers and how they rotate them and they shift them and they change them. You look at it, and coming into the weekend, it's Danielson that's thrown the most innings at 88. With Strelo throwing 80, and there's a shot into right. Base hit. Sophie Mazzara leading off the fourth with a base knock. But you have to wonder, and listen, I'm not going to say she's getting tired because there's not much, you know, they pitch and train year round. You almost have to wonder if you start, when you change pitchers all the time, you start thinking, okay, when are they coming to get me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally does.
It's like, okay, I've thrown up 3. Now it's the first hit of the game for Milton. Showing bunt, pull back.
You start looking over your shoulder, looking over that dugout, saying, "Are they coming for me?"
I'd have to imagine though that they're not changing, you know, in the third or the fourth. I'm guessing they're changing every other game.
But we thought that, Connor, in the Bradford game the other night, and they changed like in the third inning, and Strelo was doing just fine.
Did you see
on
that?
Thursday, and then last night they changed, and I know Danielson got hit by that pitch, but it was weird. I mean, it's like right in the middle of the game, just like it's like almost like not random, but it just felt that way, sort of.
2-0 pitch. Take it. Strike at the top of the zone.
What were you pointing out at? I missed it.
Strelo motion to the dugout, no more. So I don't know what she was saying. Maybe it was the pitch call.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's X that off the list.
Yeah, let's go. Who knows? But that was very interesting to see. Dribbler in front of the plate, foul. Harris out in front of it. Now 2-2. So a lot of, I mean, just this is the game within the game within the game. This that we're all seeing.
Well, you know, there's so much talked about right now of third time through the lineup, and you have to change then.
I think she looked pretty good there with that change.
Yeah, that was silly.
And it might not always be a change piece. It could be a curveball where she takes a little bit off, but it looks like a change. And let me tell you, it's got the Milton hitters way out in front and baffled. 1 out. Now here's Lyndon Briggs. And it got her. That got her. Yeah, that got her hand.
They're going to have to get together and talk about it.
Yeah, it hit her. She did not swing. I'm sure that's going to be the argument.
We're going to have this again. We're going to have to...
we've had this argument
we're going to
a few
have to
times.
pull the gloves down, and we're going to have to show the seams on the inside of the wrist.
No, that clearly... I mean, we saw that, but he's in the dugout on this side. Boy, you cannot overturn that.
No, this is just going to be for formality's sake to make Coach happy.
I agree.
What do you got? Yeah. So how's the Gatorade? Were they cold upstairs, or what was the deal?
Perfect temperature. There you go.
But you got to say it like this.
If they really want to...
You got to go, how's the Gatorade? What are we doing for dinner after tonight? What's our plan?
Well, we got some good TV time here. We can say
I think the camera's on us right now. Do you think the camera's on us right this second?
Yeah, she got hit.
Yeah.
She hit it.
We hit?
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
How about KFC tonight? KFC afterwards? You guys want to meet there?
All right.
Here's Gwen Baker. A big moment in this game. Look at us having some fun.
We're silly.
That was good.
We're silly.
Got a three-man crew out there. Three-man. We had to do it, right?
A lot more brains out there than there is up here. I'll tell you that, boys.
Big moment, folks. Gwen Baker up, the senior. She and her teammates trailing 4-0, and she's got 2 on and 1 out. Makes a pitch right down the Broadway.
She came off that mound after that last strikeout. This is the first time this game she showed some emotion going into the dugout. See if she can't carry that over here.
Strelo gets her sign and fires. All the way. Oh! The strike zone is starting to move. I think if I'm Gwen, I go, oh, why don't I get that call?
I would have loved at least one of those back in the second.
Okay, if I'm not going to get it, don't call it when I'm at the plate.
Yeah, right.
Call it
1-2.
against my teammate, not me.
Hit foul. Milton, you'd think they'd be stomping. I think we'd get a little more noise than with all these people here, but we're not getting it. I'm a little disappointed almost. Ball high. Baker thought it was ball 4, I think.
I think some people are here to be, see a show.
Yeah, they're here
Right.
because they're winning, so if it's a Saturday night, I got nothing going on. I'll come out and support them. Ball low, and it's Gwen, nice at bats, run it full. Could we see a pitching change if Baker reaches?
I don't think so.
That's a
I don't think
man.
so.
It's a tough spot to come into, but
Sure is. I think she's, they still only have a 1 under the hit count. I feel pretty good with her out there. Shot the foul, a twisted foul. That was they won't be coming back with that pitch, which is my argument. You come back with that pitch. Because everybody in this stadium is thinking it's going to be something off speed. I come back with the same pitch. That's me. I try to go against conventional wisdom. Now we got some crowd noise. 3-2. Ball 4 taken away. That's a great at-bat by Baker.
Let me hedge my statement. But before he comes out, Brooklyn Danielson is not in the game right now. She started at second base. Madeline Strelo is there now. So I don't know if Brooklyn's in the game. If she's not, then she may be coming into pitch right here.
She might be warming up, is what you're saying?
Correct. And Coach may be just giving her some time. I don't know for sure, but what I do know is Madeline Strelo is playing second base where Brooklyn Danielson was playing. Unless you guys see a number 2 anywhere, which I don't.
That's a great catch on your part, and he's sticking with her.
For now.
Top of the order for Milton.
There's a reason he took her out of the game, Brooklyn. That's one of 2 reasons.
Yep.
One is her knee is acting up from getting hit with the ball yet last night, or number 2 is getting her ready to pitch.
I think it's B. Let's see. Reed takes a pitch for a strike at the knees. 0-1.
top of the order, Ed.
Big moment right here. And again, Kylie doesn't have to clear the bases. Just put the bat on the ball. Put the pressure on him. A ground out could net you a run. And there it is, in front of the circle. Going to be a play at the plate. Great play by Strelo.
What a flip. What a flip.
Perfect flip. Didn't panic. Flipped it to her catcher. Needed a little more juice on it, or a little less juice, one or the other.
She charged that on contact and caught it mid-stride.
Just a pure athlete.
About 12 feet from the plate and flipped it home.
Backhand flip.
Backhand flip to make the out. That is an unbelievable play.
That just showed her true athleticism right there. Not a lot of, we've seen a lot of pitchers that aren't going to make that play. She never panicked, stayed within herself. Here's Noble. Hit in the hole, diving stop, but it's going to get a run, infield single.
Morgan Smith did save a run on that play, though, at shortstop.
I don't know if she did because I was watching. If you see where the left fielder is, this is a bingo team. They only hit singles. The outfield is not deep. I don't think they were sending her.
Lanhart was right there.
Yeah, I think she was right there.
Good point.
Here's the moment. Kenzie Marquardt, your big bopper, the one that can clear these bases.
JoJo Siwa.
Ball taken outside.
Dance moms, dance moms, dance moms. Go JoJo. That's her. That's if she could change her name, she would change it to JoJo Siwa.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
She had the go-ahead double last night.
Uh-oh.
Hooking foul. Oh, boy. Kenzie just put everybody at the edge of their seats.
We've seen one salami sandwich today. Do we got two?
I don't know. The air is a little thicker than it was earlier.
Marquardt can rake now, man. That kid can rake.
She'd take anything in a gap right now, though.
Anything. First things first, Milton did accomplish the biggest goal, and that's getting a number on the board. Now you look to capitalize and make it a crooked number. Jam job into the crowd.
And they've gotten the Strelo, so they've proven to themselves that they can get multiple runners on, not via the air, right? I mean, their previous two runners on base were because of the air. Now they've proven they can get on, they can hit Strelo, and they can put runs across the plate.
And I think that diving stops may have saved a run. I don't think they would have sent her, but if they send her and throw her out at the plate, the momentum shifts right back. Change up, look at the squibber, it's gonna be a tough play. They're gonna make it easily though. And that's the third out.
Tough.
Got the changeup she needed. One run for Milton, and they're on the board. And after 3.5, 4-1 Bradford. You're listening to W7, presented by Velocity.
Fix TV. Live content like never before. Switch between multiple live channels with ease. Access anytime, anywhere with our user-friendly app. Fix TV brings the action right at your fingertips. Download now. Available on all devices.
If you don't know W7, you don't know Kenosha softball. I'm Grace Lightning, and W7 is for the girls.
To the bottom of the fourth we go. 4-1, our new score. As the Red Hawks of Milton were able to put up a run. And Kenzie Marquardt put this crowd on the edge of its seat. And a shot down the left field line that twisted foul.
Two quick shout-outs, Ed. First, Julie Detchen from Fox Valley Lutheran gets to meet her tonight in person. She's the coach at Fox Valley Lutheran Softball, loves W7. Thank you, Julie. Great meeting you. Appreciate your help with the WIA with the Waupun kids tonight. And secondly, Casey Feldon, our buddy from Franklin, pitcher, had a fantastic season this year and just came up a little short against, of course, a really tough Bradford team. But love you, Casey. Hope to see you pitch next year.
There you go. Let us know. Get in those comments. Send us your comments. Let us know who you're cheering for, wherever you are. It doesn't have to be anybody in this game.
Absolutely not.
Let us know what other schools are out there watching and paying attention. Madeline Strelo ahead 2-0. Swing and a miss. The freshman, and then the freshman. And then, I mean, this bottom of the order, a lot of nines on that scorecard under the roster side. Ripped foul into the net. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Baker's starting to feel it. She took that walk. She's really starting to feel herself in the circle. Find the zone. Right now, she's just got to concentrate pitch by pitch and put up zeros, and then hope her teammates can keep attacking with the bats. Here's Kylie Lanhart, another freshman.
I mean, the way she's found herself right now in the circle, I think she's going to be able to put up zeros the rest of the night.
Change. That's the one I've been at. Where was that early? I have talked about it all day. I'm not going to say it anymore. Pitching backwards is really important, I think. I think you can really be extra effective. I think we're seeing it with Strelo. I think she's throwing all those changeups, and her fastball looks that much faster. Her rise ball, whatever she's throwing. You know how much faster that looks? Just saying. That's all. Again.
Copy that.
1-2. Kylie digs back in. All the way. You can hear the pop of the mid up here.
Hope you got a sponge under that glove, JoJo.
It was stiff when the game started.
Gee whiz.
Just popping it.
You don't need a microphone down there. It picks it up from here.
Jammed. Foul. 2-2 count remains. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. Outfield straight away for Lanhart. Infield up. Change up. Hit into right and falling fast. It drops for a base knock, and that's what, as I was explaining, the infield was up. Kylie Reed turned, sprint, couldn't get out there.
No, and I think just the way she was going after it, kind of, she had her glove halfway up, and that prevented Briggs from really coming full effort from the start, because she felt Reed would get to it, and then it falls right in front of Briggs.
A little surprised the outfield is playing as deep as it is. Think about what Bradford has done for their hits. Everything's in the dirt. Nothing has gotten to the outfield. That might be the first hit to the outfield.
Especially where they're at with the lineup, with the bunt, with the bunt slap freshmen that are up there. Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Here's the junior in the mix of freshmen, Morgan Smith. Key squeeze before. Showing bunt, pulling back.
Jerry, he must have wanted to end the streak.
Yeah.
Half wonder if you're Milton, if you don't run the pick play behind, where you charge from first and have second come over, throw a pitch out and fire down. When you have the first baseman up, the runner's tendency is to get further out. You sneak Reed behind and you throw over.
Well, you
do risk the runner taking off to second. I get that, but most of the time, they panic immediately.
It all depends how good of a first base coach you have, too.
Change up, hit to center, falling fast, base knock. The bottom of the order has just been doing nothing but damage for Bradford.
And I can't tell you how many times Connor has highlighted that. I've been right every time. That 7, 8, 9, especially at state for some reason, seem to do things that nobody expects, and not just set the table for 1, 2, 3, but are so critical in winning games.
That's the hardest hit ball of the night for them.
Pitcher.
Agree.
And I realize you don't want to give them a big, but we just talked about it. The bottom of the order. Strelo hit to short. Thought about second, said go to first, and she's safe. The indecision at short cost them. You could have tagged, you could have gone to 2. Once she was indecisive.
Could she have gone to 3, Ed?
Absolutely, absolutely. She could have tagged her. I think she could have tagged her. But it's happening really fast, and you got to make that decision beforehand. That decision has to be made before the ball is hit to you. If it's hit hard, I do this. That was hit hard. I don't think she trusted Kylie Reed being at second base. If she throws it, Reed's there. It would have been bang bang. but I think she gets her. And now you got Celia May coming up.
That play could be a huge moment in this game.
Coaches only have so many trips. Players can have as many as they want. And anytime you've got a first and third or a first and second, you got to make sure you're on the same page, right?
You get 3 visits an inning. I think it's maxed at 3. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's maxed at 3. You can't keep going into the circle.
That's what I'm saying. Coaches have as many. No. The coaches are limited.
So are the players.
But I mean, you don't have to go into. I'm saying you don't have to go into the circle. Sure. You can get together. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's a strike. Yep, that was a strike. It was just caught a little awkwardly by Marquardt. I think the movement of the pitch. 2-1 to Celia May. A base hit here could blow this game wide open. Ball 3. She's your 2-hitter. Are you giving her the green light, Connor?
I am.
I am too.
She's a senior. Freshman, maybe not, but senior. I'm going to trust her. Yep.
That's going to be a 2-run single, and Bradford's opening up a big lead, and the run's going to go to third and move down to second.
Connor, you absolutely nailed it. She got the green light, Celia did. And she produced, and she drives in 2 huge runs. She graduated today from high school. They moved the ceremony around so they could get the softball kids up and over here. Today she graduated, and tonight she may have helped get her team a gold ball.
Today it's like this afternoon.
Yes.
Like, thank God for the rain delay.
Yes.
Yes, they would have been coming in hot. As it is, it's 6-1 here in the 4th.
So I lied. She's not a senior. She's a freshman in college.
Well, or not. She's whatever she wants to be, because the world is her oyster.
Her mama's right in front of me, and I've never seen a prouder mama in my life than that one. Michelle Nordquist, enjoy every second of it. This is it, and it's moments you'll never forget.
The other thing is, you know that Gwen Baker's a competitor, so she doesn't want to walk in a run. She's going to want to challenge you in the zone, and so she's going to give you something that is going to be manageable to hit.
It was hit, and here's Angela Parker. Hit foul. And you have to as you look at this and the way things are playing out and some of the mental mistakes Milton is making, did they leave it all on the field last night? I think it's a fair question. I
asked Gwen that last night after the game. I'm like, you climbed Everest. Are you up for Kilimanjaro tomorrow?
I don't think. See what happens here. I don't think they left it all on the field last night. I don't think people realize what would have taken place today, and I should say after the game. That was probably the more mentally and challenging part of the process.
I've heard the argument that, she used to pitch in 4 days in a row, and she pitches, 5,000 pitches a week, and I get it and I respect it. However, there's a lot of mental work that had to be done last night. There's a lot of processing that has to be done.
Hit to right, twisting in foul territory, catch is made, the runner's going to score.
Boy, you almost dropped that.
Well, I think you have to, at the same time.
That's what Saylor said last night. She said you see it a lot of times at the college level. They'll drop that with the runner on third.
I'm in that camp. I would have dropped it.
But unless you've talked about that and done that all year, it's not something you normally do.
But the thing that we're seeing is Milton. Even the catch is made, she starts running in. You got to be thinking, okay, if I catch this, I got to come up throwing. That didn't happen. We've seen where Bradford has just trotted down to second. Like, they're not going to do anything. I'm just going to take it.
Yeah.
It seems like
I'm still going to believe, Ed, that there's so much put into beating Kakana. There's so much into that game.
My question.
And
did they leave it on the field?
I don't think that they were done. I just think that's got to be such a taxing experience for teenage girls to deal with.
And to do it 2 nights in a row.
And look at how they're, Connor, you know this. I mean, Bradford's not a big offensive team. They're smoking the ball on these pitches from Baker, and that was not happening last night.
But what I'm saying is it wasn't – what took place between the lines last night isn't impacting – it's what took place outside the lines.
I see what you're saying.
Kids were up till 2 o'clock in the morning liking social media.
How could you not be?
Yes.
Right?
You can't leave this game and go to bed. That's impossible. I couldn't do that for calling the game.
Right. That ride home, I mean, you were wired beyond belief.
And then
you guys were wired last night.
Yes. You can't just leave and turn it all off.
Yeah, no, and then you get up this morning and
that's
now
all you get.
Grandma and Grandpa probably forgot how to text message, but they figured that out last night, how to send you a text message. And people, you know what I mean? There's all that other stuff that now comes into play
the noise,
this morning.
Right?
Yeah, the noise and all that. And so, yes, winning the game last night, that took place between the lines, which then brings all the other stuff, but it's the extra stuff that I don't think people realize that comes in, and they think, right? They think that they're helping and they think they're adding value to it, but it ends up being a distraction. You know, sometimes with so much extra gift bags and all that other stuff and the passion, it's like sometimes let's just go live in a hotel for 3 days and be ourselves.
Turn your phones in.
Yeah, exactly. And then when we come out of this, we're gonna really appreciate it.
And say what you want about John Ruffalo, he has done a masterful job at managing this team this weekend to be in the situation they're in. They played a tough Watertown team last night that they beat, and physically tough. And they came in tonight ready to go pitch one. So you can argue about the methods, but you can't necessarily argue with the results.
His message to his team was they're still talking about last night. We're going to win tonight. That was the message. That was it. And that's carried. That's where I was going. Did they leave it out there last night because of everything that has happened since? Because, as you said, the ride home, they were loving everything. They got out there. So on the way to this game, they're still getting stuff about last night.
Think about it. We had 40,000 views of our video of the last play of the game.
Yeah.
How many times did those kids play it? How many times did aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, grandma, grandpa play it? And you don't think immediately they're like, oh my God, you know, I gotta message sweetheart, let her know.
Yeah, if there was, if they do a 30 for 30 on that game last night, and that's the message. That's what all these players are going to talk about. We got so much love. We had the whole world on our side. We never even thought about the Bradford game.
And here's my last point on this. And this is where you give Tim Rohrig a ton of credit. Tim and his girls got to play this all the time, right? I mean, they got to be up every day because somebody's bringing their best, focusing on just them.
And they got to 108.
Don't dismiss what Kakana did. It was unbelievable.
No. Incredible.
That is a fantastic point. And you know what? I'll put it out there now. They're going undefeated next year.
No question.
They're going undefeated. Mark it.
They're coming in hot. They're coming in hot next spring. You better lace them up and get those spikes on because they're coming after everybody next spring.
So next year, for all the preview shows and all the things we do, don't let me back. We already know what you're going to say because they're going undefeated. Put it on the board right now. That's all I've got. Well, it's supposed to be have a game going here. Gentlemen, Ash.
I love high school softball. It is so amazing.
And yet, we still got 3 innings to play. And anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Prove us wrong, girls. I love it. I love it when you prove us wrong.
There's a shot in the left. Banash with her second hit. Nope, first one. She got that walk last time. That got it going. Good discussion. I think anybody out there listening, I think they get what we're trying to say.
And put your own thoughts in. Put your thoughts on the comments. What do you think?
It wasn't the win. It was the win
That brought everything else.
And the mental energy required after what Connor was saying. What happened outside the lines was more important than what happened inside the lines.
Now listen to this crowd trying to get Milton back into this game.
The young ones are trying to inspire the big ones.
The hard part is Aubrey Stralo's in the circle.
The hard part.
The real hard part.
So Aubrey back for another inning.
And maybe she goes the distance. They haven't hit the one hard hit ball went foul. Strike. You know the difference? What I've noticed in the catching, we talked about the calls. When Marquardt is set up outside, she's kind of stayed outside. When you watch ball taken away, Parker, she's coming back to the center when she sets up outside. She's always coming back.
And she's moving back to the middle before the catch.
Yes. And Marquardt's staying there. She's hitting her spot. Gwen's hitting that spot. Shot to third. Torres to second. Short hops it into right field.
Got life to the Red Hawks right now.
Ed, gotta apply the baseball analogy here. On the grass to play first base.
That play right there, I have no problem going to second, but what she did is she hoped it to second. She didn't throw it, she hoped it there, and she left it short. Otherwise, you're right, and that's a conversation just like we've been having. We had last game, we had earlier today. Get outs. Your number doesn't show up there right now. You're playing outs. That's it. That's the scoreboard you're watching. Play the outs.
Yeah, that run at third doesn't mean much. If you're right now, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah,
ball high.
I would much rather have runner at, if I'm Bradford right now, I would give a runner at second and one out right now. Who cares?
Really?
Runner at, by throwing the ball to first, right? Runner at second and one out. That's what I would take if I was Kenosha.
Trying to get the run, they'll go to first, and there's Stralo. Just, all right, you score, we're going to trade the out.
Yep.
They're giving you an out. Take it.
You play that exact same scenario out. You're runner at third, no run in and two outs. One pitch away, you're out of this. 7-1 lead, we're cruising.
And I got news for you. If she wanted to, she's got her dead to rights at the plate.
Yep.
She did the right thing. Get the out at first. They're giving me an out, and okay, you can have that run. We're up 5-0 right now.
Right.
Got to play the odds game, right?
There's Trinity Harris. Milton crowd trying to implore some hits here. Some noise as this one's hit into the on-deck circle.
Stay tuned for the fifth inning stretch video on W7. I guarantee you we're going to have fun with this one.
Oh, yeah. Those kids over there are bouncing. Look at them. They're literally bouncing. I use literally again. Uh-oh. No, there we go.
He just does this all the time.
Another change. Look at that thing spinning around.
For whatever reason, it's always the last, the closing bell song.
Yeah,
he always hits.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
7-2. Bradford in front. Milton trying to chip away. They've got one this inning.
Gas.
Strike 3, right? Buyer. 2 away now. Here's Lyndon Briggs, the right fielder.
Right fielder, Lyndon Briggs.
You've picked out your victims, Gary?
I did, and they are excited.
Oh, boy. Do we have to do something when he goes over there?
Stop it.
Hit into right. Long run.
Over the head.
Here we go. Second to third. They will. Briggs with a sliding triple.
Here comes Brooklyn Danielson.
Third time through the lineup.
Boy, I don't know.
That's
the 8-hitter that just did that, and I'm going to say she guessed rise, got it, missed its spot, and she jumped on it.
Katie,
boy, could she fly.
Katie, you should be able to watch this on local media. I'm not sure what market you're in, but it should be, if you're in Wisconsin, you should be able to watch it. Go to WIAAWI.org, and it should list the stations it's available on. What I'd ask you to do is turn the volume down on TV and listen to us and watch the game.
No change, Gary.
No change. Yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. Hashtag Gary was wrong. That's trending on Twitter this week.
Wrong again.
Here's Glenn Baker. Ball high. That's a big run. 7-3 and 7-4. Huge difference. If you can get that run in at third, they've already gotten a crooked number on the scoreboard. Now you look to really make it a big inning. Ball low, 2-0. Baker has had a phenomenal eye tonight.
Hey, shout out to our buddy Aaron Grolke. Thanks for the great commentary. He's not 130 feet in the air tonight.
Oh, perfect.
Had a kid. Enjoy a nice beverage, Aaron. Good to appreciate your sports, and thanks for following W7.
Strike, 2-1. Gwen second on the team in walks.
Oh, the little Red Hawks.
Love it. Love that.
They're going nutso.
You're going to see them coming up shortly.
Curveball, strike. Oh, haven't seen that all night. Perfect time for it, and that was pretty.
Pull that out of the back pocket in a big spot.
Baker gave up on it. It just spun in there beautifully. 2-2 now. Ball away. Oh, strike three called.
In the Milton, 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 error and 1 left on
But
base.
Milton did their job. Got the crooked number. 7-3. It's 5th inning stretch time. Send it to Gary on the hot cam.
Full house here at Goodman Diamond this evening for this Division I state championship game. So that means we should make the loudest noise of the tournament for this 5th inning stretch. The question is, though, which side will sing the loudest? Let's find out as we take you out to the ball game.
That was a ball. That was terrible. Inside, outside there. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what the guy behind me just said. I was repeating what he said. He was looking to come talk to us. He wants to talk to us. His words, not mine. The 5th inning stretch. Yeah, you heard it. We were talking. It's just the guy behind us that said it. Connor, did you hear pick up on that? He wanted to come over and talk with us about it. Like if we have a replay. We don't have replay. Just stay here. He came over. He said, "That's terrible. That pitch was outside." That's
wish we had replay. Maybe one of these days we'll get the replay, but for now
we're getting closer.
For now,
that.
no replay.
Yeah,
and we're not doing much. We can't do much video of the game anyway. So
right.
Yep.
Now it's just very interesting. And I didn't think he was a Milton guy because he was in orange. Yeah, he's in orange. I think he's an independent that came over, and he was thinking. I think he thought he could get a replay from us.
Big opportunity there for Milton. They did get a crooked number, but man, they could have got a couple more.
Gary, you missed it. So we had a gentleman come over. Again, we're in prime seating here. Independent. He's in orange. I didn't catch all of it, but he was in orange, and he said that was a terrible call. It was outside. So I in the middle of the 7th inning, I started to talk to Connor. I forgot. We're still going. I wanted to repeat. He repeated what he said. He thought we had replay. We don't have replay. But pretty adamant. He thought it was outside. I don't know if you guys saw that. What you thought?
There's something playing here.
Well, yeah, you hit a whole bunch of buttons on your way out before.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you dropped your headset on your keyboard and you started playing a lot of things. I have got nothing playing, so I think it's just your ears. Well, here's Brooklyn Danielson.
She's had a very busy night. Little dribbler. So yeah, just very interesting how the different swings on each side. I didn't think it was a bad call. Right on the corner, pretty consistent. I think he's over down there. Swing and a miss, climbing the ladder. One away here in the bottom of the fifth, and the Milton crowd is all sorts of fired up.
Mona Duckworth-Torres.
Here's Mona Duckworth-Torres.
Boy, that 3 spot now looms really big that
Sure
Bradford
does.
put up in the bottom of the 4th. And it probably could have been held to 1, maybe 2 at the most.
I'm with you. I think it could have been a 1.
That extra run or 2 is hurting, right? 5-3 versus 7-3 is mentally that's a big turning point.
But I think Milton's starting to feel confident in their bats, and they still got a couple more cracks. Had a change. Ball 1-1.
Baker says, I went to the dugout on that one to hit my glove. And now I don't get the call.
So maybe Mr. Orange, wherever he went, is going to come back. Oh, she came busted on the inside. Strike. Did you see Duckworth-Torres? It's been away. She jammed her on the inside, and that thing, right under the hands.
There's Marquardt waving to the crowd. Tell them to get up, get on their feet. Let's get behind us, please.
Well, they get out of this inning. They got top of the order coming. So you got to hope.
Duckworth-Torres was leaning outside corner, and she got a 70-mile-an-hour heater high and tight.
1-2.
Don't like the change on the outside. Here's the rise ball on the inside.
Strike 3 called. What's the mental thought right now if it's 4-0 versus 7-3? Let's go back to that second inning. You know, we played even since. So
the mental thought is we've put runners on base. We've loaded the bases twice this game. We've just now got to come through with the big hit. And then you can fall back on last night and say, hey, we took the lead, we went back down, and we came back and won, where we had to put up a 3 spot in the 7th. So you've got those elements to fall back on.
All the way, 2-0. But you just said what we said was part of the issue for tonight. We did it last night. We keep reverting back to last night.
But they've loaded the bases 4 times. They've loaded it, not 4 times, but they've loaded it twice tonight. They just need to come through that big hit.
Right.
And when you look at it, once again, it's really going to, you got the top of the order due up in the 6th, so they're going to have to do their part, and then it's going to be the bottom of the order that's going to have to drive them in.
Strike right down the middle.
Or if the top goes quietly, it's going to be the bottom of the order in the 7th that's going to have to set the table again for the top. Somehow it always falls up on 6, 7, 8, 9.
Always. Gary fired up the Milton crowd.
Great
taken low on the drop.
She offered at that. She put the bat across the plate.
They're asking.
You're going to have to ask the third base umpire.
Did he just say strike? Nope. They said no.
You pointed. Wow. I mean, she split the hands kind of as a slap attempt. Catcher caught the ball, and then she dropped the bat.
Very interesting that call was asked of the umpire out second base, not at first.
Well, because he started at third.
Right, he was at third. With
left-handed batter.
Yep, you're right. Well, he was already there, so that tells you all you need to know.
Yep. He wasn't paying attention. He was already
I'm not saying
there.
that. He was already at second base, so he's saying, no, I didn't see yours. And that is tough call. 2-out walk, top of the order. Correction. 8-hitter. Kylie Lanhart.
Freshman.
Yeah, she's been all over things. She's been in the middle of it. She scored twice.
They're in the young gun part of the lineup right now.
See, now that Marquardt's just snatching it. They used to catch and pull it down.
Yep, snap the wrist down.
Yeah. I know they've kind of gone away from that, but 1-2. Well, they must have given her a strike then. Ball away. A lot of conversations with Marquardt and the umpire. Two and two, 2 out. Swing and a miss.
Ooh, baby.
And after 5 complete,
No hits, no errors,
7-3 Bradford over
We are
Milton.
through 5 innings in the 2024
Getting late, 2 innings left
WIAA Division I State Championship
to determine our Division I state champion. You're listening to W7.
W7's got it right. Covering girls' high school sports all the time. 100% free, 100% live. W7 for the girls.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity. Your community, your team. We're a proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award and have been since it began. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions.
Fix TV. Live contents like never before. Switch between multiple live channels with ease. Access anytime, anywhere with our user-friendly app. Fix TV brings the action right at your fingertips. Download now. Available on all devices.
Top of the order, top of the 6th. Kylie Reed to get it started for Milton. Connor, what do you think? They got to get a couple here?
Gonna have to be at least a crooked number of 2, if not more.
Top of the order. I mean, everything's set up.
Yeah.
Stralo's still in the circle.
I know I always believe in my 6, 7, 8, 9s, but mentally it's different when you got to do it in the state championship game in the 7th with either Stralo or Danielson in the circle. So you got to strike for 2 here at the top of the order.
Gary, do you think no Danielson is a case of that knee?
I do personally. I think there's something wrong because if she's not going to pitch, which clearly that wasn't the plan, then she's at second base, and that leads me to believe there's something else at play here.
Reed ahead, 2-0. Beats it into the ground, up the middle. Safe at first. Well, Connor, there's one. Kylie Reed did her job as the top of the order leadoff hitter.
All right, and I won't. The other day, who it could have been last night, Ed, but it was Noble and Marquardt that got the big hits. And this is where you are right here, right now. These two went shopping in the gap, got some doubles, and really kind of started the rally late in the game for Milton.
Here's Ella Noble taking a strike. Coach almost fell over. Coach Messi. I don't know if you saw him, Gary. He almost fell backward with that strike call. 1-0. On the corner, strike 2.
Well, the scoreboard has a 1-1. Umpire just said, hey, I've got it 0-2.
It's 0-2.
I would not pay any mind to the scoreboard.
Swing and a miss.
Nasty.
Just took a little bit off and had her out in front.
Catcher, Kenzie Marquardt.
Kenzie Marquardt has been close twice. Both with the bases loaded. Both came up short. Both went foul is what happened. She needs a base hit here just to clear her own mind. I think she's kind of fighting herself because she's been so close.
Well, and she's going to know the strike zone better than anybody.
Well, she's going to know the umpire. They've had plenty of conversations.
Right, exactly. So she's going to get
good. Thanksgiving. Ball. Strike on the corner, 0-2. Strelo looks in, gets a sign and fires. Change up, smoke to third.
Missile.
She knew that one was coming and she sat on it. Wanted to get a little loft, but she'll take that.
Kenzie trying everything in her power. She gets on base. She's trying to keep this Milton crowd in it. And here we go,
Well, there you go, Gary. Here she comes.
There she is. Brooklyn Daniels. What a great performance by Aubrey Strelo, guys.
Yeah.
Really was.
They were remiss not to clap for that.
What a weekend that kid's had.
Oh, well, you can't not play jump around in a state championship game in Madison.
Fair.
Kind of fitting.
No, we want him muted so it's not all crackly every time he moves it.
Yeah, well, that's the best part. Yeah, there's a lot of great features on this where you can think somebody's unmuted and they're able to talk, but they really can't. Gary, a man of the people over there. You're getting the future involved, the youth of Milton. Getting them on the camera. We've had a lot of great positive responses from our fifth inning stretch cams, and Gary getting around during these pitching changes and stuff throughout the course of the weekend.
Pitching for the Bradford Red Devils, number 2, Brooklyn Danielson. Danielson now pitching for the Red Devils.
Great job, Aubrey Strelo. She did her job. She kept them in the game. Once they got the lead, she pitched like she had the lead. She didn't nibble. She attacked the hitters.
Nope. And, you know, last night for Bradford, it was Danielson that started in the circle.
Yeah.
And it was Strelo that came in and got the save. Now it'll be the reverse. Yep, they'll flip it. And it will be Brooklyn Danielson with a chance to pick up a save here, with her team leading 7-3. But comes in a bit of a jam.
Yeah, 2 on, 1 out. Jenna Benash, 1 for 2 with a walk. The difference I noticed in watching Danielson, she really likes to keep things down, knees and below. She'll show up, but it's down, 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 down. Shot, look out.
That went into the dugout.
Well, oh my goodness. Everybody's okay, but Molly Baker's on deck, and she was looking into the crowd or focused on the bat. She was not looking anywhere near the batter's box.
That's the one thing that baseball and softball have to change. And they got, at least at these levels, they've got to put, with the tight confines, they got to put the on-deck batter back behind the batter, right? If it's a right-handed batter, you got to travel and go stand in front of the Kenosha Bradford, right now, because it is too dangerous with the tight confines of high school fields. I know we're on a college field today, but get off my soapbox. But if we start teaching sportsmanship a little bit more, things like that can happen. But because there's poor sportsmanship and rudeness, that's why they've done it, to stay on your own side.
1-2 pitch to Benash. Jammed, popped up, Diving catch, drop.
Fair ball.
They got a play. Oh, they had a play at second. Everybody's safe.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move. You eat that.
Not going to argue with you. But how about Panache getting jammed, finding a way to get on, and the bases are loaded. Here's Molly Baker.
I mean, you know, you're still got an opportunity for a force. You have the double play.
Yep.
If you throw that away, the door is blown wide open here for a big inning.
That's right, get the knees. But if you've seen it from Danielson, it's all around the knees. It's all low, 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 low. Play that song. Shoney got low. 0-1.
That's going to give Milton the chance to go down and get it, punch it into a gap.
Right.
Defensive changes to go with the pitching change, moving from pitcher to right field for Bradford, Aubrey Strelo. Moving from the designated player position to second base, Madeline Strelo.
0-2. Molly Baker in the box. Jammed foul.
Great job spoiling a pitcher's pitch. Live to see another day.
Brooklyn, a 5'6" junior.
Milton fans on their feet over here right now. Here it is, 3 innings in a row, they've loaded the bases.
Jammed again. Caught. Popped up right to the right of the batter's box. 2 away now as Angela Parker pounced on it. You can see what Danielson, why she's effective. She really buries it in on your hands. Now, Mesra doesn't stand on top of the plate like the others do. Might be able to see her pull something. Coming right at us.
Mesero, 1 home run, couple triples.
It's the 1 home run on the team.
And she's got some speed too.
Well, I can promise you this, anything that touches outfield grass is gonna score 2, especially in left, very deep. So if he takes a pitch away, 1-1. Well, Connor, we started this inning, you said they've got to score 2. The opportunity's there.
Bradford's gonna have 9-1-2 due up in their home half of the 6th.
Popped up down the right field line, gonna get out of play.
That was gonna be a heck of a play if it was caught.
The great thing about tonight, fellas, is somebody's going to win their first state softball championship in school history.
It's a win-win then.
It'll be our 5th of the day, joining Pacelli, Fall Creek, Prescott, Waupun.
Isn't that something?
Sophie Mesra hits it into right.
Uh-oh, that's caught.
Can of corn, 3 outs. Strelo squeezes it. She goes from the circle to right field.
Still gets the out.
Still gets the out. And Milton leaves 3 more on the bases.
After 5.5, your
after
score,
5.5, score remains 7-3.
3.
You're listening to W7, presented by our friends at Velocity.
At Velocity, our core philosophy is helping kids chase their college and professional dreams. Located just down the road in Howard, Wisconsin, our brand new 16,000 square foot facility includes 11 batting cages, a full softball infield, plyo walls, pitching tunnels, and Rapsodo technology. We offer baseball and softball travel teams, training programs, hitting, pitching, and fielding lessons. Velocity Baseball and Softball is a proud partner of the Green Bay Rockers.
9-1-2 due up for the Red Devils of Kenosha Bradford. It has been a busy 9-1-2. They have been thorns in the side of the Milton Red Hawks.
If you can't get enough softball, and if your morning softball's over, I got great news for y'all. Next weekend, the Badger Summer Showcase is coming to W7. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm talking tons of games, tons of special guests, tons of giveaways, jolly good, all that stuff coming to W7 next weekend, Friday through Sunday, all of it live, all of it free, sponsored by, presented by the Wisconsin Outlaws.
Here's Morgan Smith. Morgan, 1 for 1, an RBI, a run, a sacrifice on a squeeze.
She's been a part of just about everything.
I was going to say, she's been near flawless. Strike, 1-1.
Rachel, your question is, you see that the game is not streaming on NFHS. Do you know why? There's many things I know very little about. There's a lot of things I know nothing about. The business processes and operations of NFHS would be a complete mystery to me, so I can't answer that. I don't know.
Well, today's all on local TV.
Yeah.
Well, it could be somebody from out of state watching, so maybe they're out of market.
Yeah, then it's not available on NFHS.
Right. So
it's just only available on. But you can go to
W7.
Yep. Got us. But you can also go to WIAA.org, and they've got links to local stations here to watch online.
Swing and foul tip. It's WIAAWI.org.
Come on,
Trying to send them to Washington.
Yeah, WIAAWI.org. There should be links there. When you find one, hit that mute button on them and keep it on us for the audio.
There you go. 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Marquardt and Baker trying to get on the same page. They do. Change up. No. Yeah, I don't think it got there. I think it was the umpires to our right, a.k.a. the fans, thought it was strike 3.
But I think it died off before it got to the plate.
Died off. That's,
it was just
see Marquardt
so
kind of
good.
go get it, which
just
we can't
so
see from this. It sure looked that way. Jam job right to first. Nice job fielding it, and they're calling it a foul ball. Oh. I see a whole lot of lines, so I can't tell from the netting. 3-2 to Morgan Smith. Near perfect night for Morgan. Can she keep it going? This time it's fair, and nope.
There's no call.
That's a fair ball.
What is it? Is it a fair ball?
Morgan's going to continue her perfect night. So here's what it is. From home until first, it is the umpire's call. Once it goes over the bag, it is the first base umpire's call. And I think he's waiting for that call. And I think that's what he's explaining. And it went over. Then if it goes over the bag, umpire called it fair, it was fair. And I think he was right. I think it was a great call on his part.
Man,
I wish you'd have been more adamant.
I could never be an umpire in a million years. A trillion years, I could never do
I
it.
just wish he was more adamant that he called it a fair ball.
My problem is he never was on the line to even look at it. He stayed behind in his crouch and walked out there and then pointed fair after it across the, after the play was over. Then he pointed fair.
Channel 27 is showing the D3 championship game. Aaron, I can't help you. I don't know. They're probably showing, the best of Mayberry RFD after that. I couldn't say. I don't know why they're showing the D3 game.
Rocker Files? Smoke down the left field line, foul. Aubrey Strelo.
But let me answer one question for you. This is why we do what we do, because girls sports continues to get second-class treatment, second-class citizenship. If we feel like it and get around to it, we'll throw it on the air. Probably won't be live, who knows? But you should be grateful just to get that. We're not grateful for that. We need way more than that, and want way more than that.
Here's Bunt in front of the plate. Oh, it took it. Did you see the English on that? Throw behind. Now they're going to get down to third. They go.
Another somersault almost going into third. was Morgan Smith.
Well, let's start with the bunt. Stralo's bunt in front of the plate had so much English. Marquardt bent down and he just took a right turn on her. By the time she grabbed it and fired down, Stralo's way too fast. She beat it out. Kylie Reed sees the runner was way too far off second. Throws behind the runner, who I said has been flawless. She's flawless again. Morgan Smith goes into third. And now it's first and third, nobody out. There's a strike to Cecilia May, and Stralo skips down to second. And the air is coming out of the Milton Redhawks balloon. Second and third, nobody out. 2, 3, and 4 up. Celia May's already got 2 hits. A third may do the trick.
A game to remember for Celia May. Couldn't be happier for her.
I think this is going to be the theme for the entire Bradford team. I think they're going to all remember this.
Especially the seniors.
I mean, what a day, right? I mean, you get well, her mom showed us her graduation hat. It had the state tournament logo on there, and then you maybe have an opportunity to take a picture with a gold statuette.
They're coming home with it. Marquardt in a rundown, flips it. Baker gets the tag.
Nothing wrong with that tag.
Now
she missed second going back.
No, I don't think she did.
I thought she was on the back side and she missed it.
Baker lets her go back to first.
Unless she was on the back side and then came off.
We'll see.
I mean, if I'm the coach, I got to. Why not have a conversation?
Doesn't look like they're making. I'm with you.
It's one of those things that it looked awkward.
Now,
and maybe it never happened.
The ball would, they're not doing it, so it doesn't matter. Yep. So here's Angela Parker, shot into right. That's going to drive in a run. Runners are going to move up to second and third, and Kenosha Bradford is starting to feel it.
That's why you got to have the conversation. I mean, you still would have scored that run because that would have been the second out. That would have been the runner at first. That would have been out, but
I'd love to go ask right now. Just go ask the umpire, did she touch second base coming back?
Yep.
I think she did on the back side of it because they were both there.
Right.
And I think she did, but doesn't hurt to ask.
But then here's the thing, right? If she's on the back side and steps off, she's now through the base pad.
She stepped towards first. But maybe I thought I was watching the play.
Yeah, right. I thought she stepped off to the left field side of the base and then came around the back side of the bag, which would require her to step back on second.
Your
before
point
she went back
is
to first.
made. You just ask.
Yep.
Worst case, they say no big deal. Didn't happen.
They'll get together like we did before and talk about tacos and after-game refreshments and
we of course
and the call.
We would huddle up too.
Yep.
1-0 to Lauren Jean Block. Hits it to second. It's going to get another run in. Reed throws.
Great job hitting behind the runners, though.
They've been great about it all game long. They have, again, they haven't hit the ball. That ball that was hit to first, that was smoke. Other than that, it hasn't been that rocket, that deep drive.
The pitcher, Brooklyn Danielson.
Death by 1,000 cuts with all the singles and the little infield singles and the bunts. And
Small ball.
And we talked about Bradford as being the doubles and triples team.
Yeah.
Right? Milton being the small ball team.
Grounded to short. Throw to first. That'll end the inning, but not before Bradford tacks on 2 more. Last call for Milton, and they're trailing by 6. Bradford can't feel it.
And 1 left
9-3 as we head to the 7th.
Fix TV. Live contents like never before. Switch between multiple live channels with ease. Access anytime, anywhere with our user-friendly app. Fix TV brings the action right at your fingertips. Download now. Available on all devices.
You know what that music means. Last call for the Milton Redhawks and their amazing season. But give it up for Kenosha Bradford, because they didn't send a lot of people, they just sent the loud ones. They are boisterous.
You guys watch our social media all day tomorrow for photos from Dave Beasley, who's been here all weekend. He'll have tons of them. If you're not following us on social, you really should, because he'll have a lot of them. I'll have some video clips, but keep in mind there will be very little to no video on Kenosha Bradford, just for some specific reasons. So won't have anything on that, but everything else we should have a good amount of content.
Trinity Harris looking to get it started. And now your mindset is, I'm not making an out. I got to do whatever I got to do to get on. I'm not making out. That's it. Don't worry about the score. Just put bat to ball, find a way to get on. Walks, hits, whatever. Danielson throws a hittable pitch. By that I mean it doesn't have this great movement. It does bear in on your hands. That's the tough one with 2 strikes. As I say this, she had 199 strikeouts. But
there it is again, right there.
But 3-0. But every batter that's come up, I don't think she's got a strikeout in this game yet, does she?
I mean, she has given up 49 hits in 88 1/3 innings coming in the state. So like you said, about once every inning and a half, she gives up a hit.
3-0 swinging away. And it's going to be a groundo. A little surprising. You need base runners. She's got a good swing on it. And Harris is down 4-3. Here's Lyndon Briggs. Well, before we get to the final, boys, it's been fun. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you guys. It's been great getting together this weekend and celebrating the end of the 2024 high school softball season. Got to thank so many people: athletic directors, players, coaches, fans, parents. WIAA, Jolly Good Soda, Velocity. Velocity's been huge. We're here this weekend because of Velocity. I appreciate all the thanks that we get. Turn some of that to Velocity and give them some love, because if it wasn't for Mike Collins and Velocity, you would not have seen any of this stuff this weekend.
And maybe we could go back and find some snippets of that interview, because I think there might
we'll
some
definitely
really
pull
good
those.
stuff.
We'll pull them
really
both
good
out.
stuff, and that's stuff we can play throughout the years.
Yeah, Paul
about
Wagner
Velocity.
too did a great job yesterday interviewing Carrie today, so we'll definitely have that. Of course, Jolly Good Soda, of course, Fix TV, All Wisconsin Tree Services, SBS Plumbing. The list goes on and on and on. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Thanks for helping make this special for the girls all over the state and families all over the country.
All Tree Services. All Wisconsin Tree Services. Swing and a miss. I thought she was right on that pitch, and all of a sudden it was just like not there.
Yep.
I mean, you really got, we talked a lot about Milton and, you know, the mental processing that went into this, and maybe that's what happened. Bradford had a good amount of mental processing to do on their own.
No doubt about it.
Including getting up and going to graduation today.
And preparing. You win a game last night, and you're thinking, I've got caught in tomorrow, all of a sudden it's not. You know how easy it is to go, this won't be no big deal. They stayed focused.
They did.
The pitcher.
And if you watch the way they ran the bases and they took the extra bases, There is no better tribute to Kaukauna than watching what Bradford did in this game. Bunt, take the bags.
That's a nod to Kaukauna right there.
Absolutely, 100%. No doubt if you gave him truth serum, Coach Ruffalo would say, absolutely, we took that from Kaukauna. Because they were crazy aggressive, and it's deadly.
Milton state appearances 1990, 1992, and 2022. This year's the first year Milton won state tournament games, so they've already made history, in addition to beating Kaukauna, ending a 108-game winning streak.
That sounds like pretty
By
good.
the way.
Oh, and they're going to take home silver. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all.
Kenosha Bradford appearances 2009, 2011, 2013, 2015. They had won one tournament game until this year, and they're on the cusp of winning 3 right now, and their first ever gold ball.
Swing and a miss. So it's very interesting. 3-0, swinging away. 2-0, swinging away. 2-0, swinging away. We're desperate for base runners. Of course, you're going to get a cookie, and well, they're missing them. That's all. Hey, let's not forget Coach Healy. She did the most important thing. She brought us ice cream.
Ice cream. What the heck?
Baker takes it inside, 3-1. So thank you to everybody that's communicated with us. All of our sponsors, Coach Healy, the WIAA.
All the kids
of
and
you that
parents have stopped by.
Yep, stopped by and thanked us.
It's been a giant family reunion again this weekend, and the softball and girls sports family in the state of Wisconsin is unlike any other. We love you all. Thank you, guys.
Baker walks for the 3rd time tonight.
Gwendolina says, I'm not done yet.
Kylie Reed getting her 5th at-bat of the night.
Don't contact me tomorrow. I'll be sleeping all day.
All day.
Church in the morning and then home. And
all day. You and me both, brother.
Back to sleep.
I just hope one of us stay awake on the ride home.
Right. I'm going to count on you for that, Ed.
Somebody asked if I could switch shifts with him tomorrow at work. I said, I'm going to be lucky to make it in by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, you want me to come in for 6 a.m.? Try again, my friend.
Baker at first base, number 5, Olivia Schutz.
Gwen Baker
Schutz
just walked off the field.
Now batting, Kylie Reed.
Gwen Baker headed to Butler.
Boy, is Butler going to be stacked.
Yeah.
Gwen Baker, Alex Johnson from Watertown. Gwen this year, AJ next year, and Kayla Price from Germantown next year.
Fun, and fun. Gotta love it.
Butler's pulled some big fish out of Wisconsin.
Keep doing it. We'd rather they stay, but keep them at one place. We can cheer for a school.
Right.
0-2 to Kylie Reed.
That's just a nasty pitch.
It really is. And this is where it's going to come bearing in on your hands, kid. Heads up. Swing and a miss. Bradford has done it. Kenosha Bradford. The Red Devils win their first Division I state championship in school history. Congratulations to the Bradford community. Give it up to Milton. You're gonna go home silver, but you did something nobody thought you could do last night. Don't forget that, keep your heads high. You battled tonight, but it's the Bradford Red Devils that come out on top. For Dave Beasley, for Connor DuBois, for Ed Rowie and the boss, Gary Whipperman. You've been listening to W7. Thank you all so much. Until next Sunday, you get more Gary.
Next Friday.
On Friday. W7 signing off as the 24 softball season concludes. Congratulations to the 5 winners. Good night, everybody. You've been listening to W7.
We are W7, and we are
for the girls. Thanks for coming and listening.